ball, and it's to the fence.
Oh, and a goal.
Walking in front of him, he's inside the 10.
Oh, blocked from behind.
Cut off the glass, but no problem at all.
Tip, one for the cradle.
Got locked up.
One guy that's got an angle on it, and he cuts back on it. The tip ball. And Cravat couldn't corral the ball. He's fly to right field against the wind. It's out of here. Carries it. We're tied at 19.
ICRC-TV back here at Mariemont High School for CHL action tonight as the Taylor Yellow Jackets have come to town to take on the Mariemont Warriors. Hello, I am Bill Bretz. I am going to do this game solo tonight. My main man, Bob Murphy, has a little bit of family obligations here tonight, but I think throughout the game, I don't know, he said he would do this, but I think Athletic Director Tom Nurl might be joining us through the game tonight. But we got a game tonight between two teams that are meet now for the second time this season. Mariemont won the first meeting over at Taylor, 76-68. The Warriors come in 9-9 overall, 4-7 in the league. The Yellow Jackets are 4-13 overall, 2-8 in the league. Both teams have second-year coaches. James Holland, the second-year coach at Taylor, and Jim Leon, second-year coach at Mariemont. So tonight is senior night here at Mariemont. So if you watched our ICRC game against Mariemont against Reading the other night, we have a little bit different starting lineup for the Warriors tonight, as they are going to be starting a player that doesn't usually get a whole lot of playing time, but he's going to start here tonight because he's been in the program for 4 years. They actually have 6 seniors on the team. Anthony Garrett was a transfer here, so he wasn't playing all 4 years. So Coach Leon decided he'll take the players that played all 4 years and start them tonight. But I'm sure we're going to see Anthony fairly quickly, as Anthony Garrett is one of the leading assists players and steals in the league. So we're going to be seeing him fairly quickly tonight. So as we said, the Warriors come in 9-9, 4-7 overall. They're a JV. Won earlier tonight, 59-44 in the game. It's the second time I said these two teams meet. They met over at Taylor. In that game, Mariemont defense caused 18 turnovers for the Yellow Jackets in the game. It was a fairly close game through the first quarter. Second quarter, it stayed that way. It basically stayed that way all the way. It was ended up being an 8-point victory for that. Both teams shot fairly well. Actually, Taylor shot 50% from the field, and they were 13 of 21 from they were 9 of 19 from three-point for 47%. That's a higher percentage than they normally shoot. They normally shoot around 30%. But also, Mariemont was hot from the three-point line that game, 6 for 17 for 35%. Normally, they're around 34%. Taylor out-rebounded Mariemont 38-33, and we talked to Jim Leon about that the last game with Reading, and he said that had been a problem with them as being out-rebounded, but they did a good job against Reading the other night in the win. All right, we are going to do our national anthem, and then we'll come back and give you the starters for tonight's game. did not get that young lady's name. I'll try to get her name here. Maybe we'll give it to you at halftime tonight. So it is senior night. Look over Taylor, who is the visiting team right now. James Holland, as we said, second-year coach there at Taylor. He is going to be starting tonight. Kane Hume. Kane Hume is a 6'4" senior. He averages about 8.6 a game. Interesting enough about Kane Hume, his high for the season was in the game against Mariemont earlier in January, so that's been his high game. He got 24 points against the Warriors the last time he played them. Jacob Hausler, he's a 5'8" senior. He's leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets, 15.6 a game, 3.8 rebounds, also 3.1 assists. He leads the team in assists. Tyler Emery, he's 2.9, 2.1 rebounds. He is a 5'7" junior. Jake Hughes is a 6' junior, averaging 3.6 a game, 6'4" in rebound, leading rebounder for the Yellow Jackets. And then finally, Bennett Wire. He's a 5'8" sophomore, averages 8.4 a game, 4.6. Rebounds 2.1 on the assists. Now for the Varsity cheerleaders being introduced right now for Mariemont. We'll go over who the player introductions though. They're going to be starting Cole Hardin. He's a 6' senior. Cole had a pretty good game against Reading the other night. He had 6 points in the game, was very active during that game. 6'2" senior, number 4, Charlie Tripp, 20.6 a game. He had 22 the other night, or 23 the other night against Reading. And he's averaging 20.6. He's leading the CHL in scoring right now. He shoots 85% from the foul line, too. 5'9" senior Andrew Hall. He's averages 5.7 a game, 2.6 rebounds. Brad Westmeyer. He is a 6'4" senior, 9.1 a game, 7.6 rebounds. He had 17 points the other night against Reading, just one short of his best of the season. And Brett Gilbertson, a 6'4" senior. Brett doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but he will be starting tonight, number 32 for Jim Leon's Mariemont Warriors. And we will point out the other senior, Anthony Garrett. He's a 5'10" senior. He averages 8.5 a game. He's 4.9 in steals. He leads the CHL in that, or 4.9 in assists. He leads the CHL in that. So that's our starting lineups tonight. Our officials tonight, Matthew Kleiner is our referee. Our umpires are Greg Steinker and Andrew Galanito. They are our officials tonight. And now you're seeing, we already gave you their names, but now you're going to see their faces. These are their starting seniors for the Mariemont Warriors tonight on their senior night. I think it's really nice that Brett Gilbertson, as we said, doesn't get a whole lot of playing time. He might have got the biggest applause of all the players here tonight. So that's a very, very nice gesture by the Mariemont fans, and always a very active and very spirited student section here at Mariemont High School. Glad you have joined us here for ICRC basketball. We're going to be tipping it off here just a second. CHL, of course, Deer Park leading away in CHL, 11-0 in the league, 17-0 overall. They've got a game tonight just up the road from here at Madeira. Madeira gave them their closest game of the season. They won by 4 points, but we'll have to see what happens here. And tipped up. Tipped is won by the Warriors. Westmeyer back over the cold Hardin. Hardin looking inside, stolen away though by Jake Hughes. So Taylor comes back the other direction now. Cade Hume. Long three-pointer off the rim by Hume. in that first game, Hume was 4 for 6 from the three-point arc. So I guess he thought, well, I'll start off where I took off from the last game. Came up just a little bit short here. Mariemont with the ball. Westmeyer started about driving the baseline. And drive is, there's Westmeyer. He does drive the baseline. Westmeyer, the layup is good. Brad Westmeyer gets the first points of the game. Ball is knocked out of bounds right in front of us. Cade Hume triggering in now for the Yellow Jackets. Taylor Emery. Emery going all the way to the basket. Westmeyer with the rebound. Played just over a minute here in this game. Cole Harden. Harden to Gilbertson. And there is a layup in by Andrew Hall. Andrew Hall gets the second basket of the game now for Mariemont. Warriors up by 4. And stolen by Harden. Cole Harden. 6 points, 3 different Warriors have scored now. So steal by Harden and his first basket. And Charlie Tripp was going for the steal that time. But it was tipped out of bounds by Mariemont. Tyler Emery now triggering in for the Yellow Jackets. Wire, double team, triple teamed in there. Brett Gilbertson was one of those players that altered that shot. Got a big round of applause from the Mariemont faithful here. Mariemont, though, loses the ball on the possession coming down, so Emery back with the ball, giving it off to Cade Hume. There's Hauser. Hauser in the paint. Shot was no good by Jake Hughes. Gilbertson with the rebound. Westmeyer. Westmeyer from the top of the key, short. Rebounded out by Hughes. Mariemont does have a bit of a height advantage in this team. In the paint, shot no good. Taken by Hall. And drains it. Charlie Tripp with the three-pointer right there. Gets his first basket. 4 different Warriors have scored here. And James Holland's going to take a timeout. So 5 minutes ago in the game, Mariemont has got the first 9 points in this game. In the first game, as I said, they played it fairly even. Mariemont had a 15-13 lead at the end of the first quarter. They moved it up somewhat at halftime, 42-34. Finally winning the game 76-68. Mariemont trying to go above 500. It's been a while. Their win against Reading the other night, their 72-52 win snapped a 3-game losing streak for the Warriors. And there's a tie-up right there, and that's going to be the foul on Hall. That's our first foul. Or is it going to be a possession call? Nope, they're going to call possession. They're going to call possession, yeah. So it stays with Taylor. And that is Westmeyer with the blocked shot. He had about 3 or 4 the other night against Reading. Had a couple blocks against Taylor earlier in the season. Westmeyer. Shot was no good. And we got a foul on Andrew Hall. And Lucas Picklesheimer is coming in for for Taylor, replacing Tyler Emery. We'll sign number 21, a 5'8" junior. And I said Andrew Hall with the foul, so that's the first foul of the game. We're approaching the 4-minute mark of this quarter. And a ball in and out by Kane Hume. Did not fall. So the lid has been shut for the Yellow Jackets so far here, who played over 4 minutes of this quarter. There is a baseline and a nice drive by Cole Harden, and Cole Harden's got 4 points now. 11-0 lead for the Warriors. Hughes over to Wire. Wire with the drive in between two Mariemont players, and there's going to be a foul, and it's going to be a shooting foul. They're going to call it on Cole Harden. That's his first, team's second. That puts Wire at the line. He's 67% foul shooter. Isaac gets the first points for the Yellow Jackets now. Stops the 11-0 run by the Mariemont Warriors. Second shot is up and off the rim. The offensive rebound by Hume. Mariemont still with the ball, or Taylor still with the ball. There's a drive by Wire, and he is fouled. Baseline drive. Charlie Tripp picks up the foul. That's his first. Actually driving in the paint right there, but that puts Wire at the line again. He's 1 for 2. Make that 2 for 3. He's got all the points now so far for the Yellow Jackets. 3:06 to go here in quarter number 1. Got them both. He's 3 for 4. And we got Justin Thompson, a 5'11" senior, coming in for Taylor. He replaces Hughes. And Anthony Garrett, the other senior for Mariemont, is now in the game. He's normally starts for the Warriors. First in the league right now in assists. Doing a little bit of a weave right here for the Yellow Jackets, trying to get that good shot. Charlie Tripp, more in than out, but he misses on the layup. And Hausler has been fairly quiet. He hasn't had a whole lot of touches in ball. I believe that's his first attempt at a shot. Leading scorer. Garrett backs up for 8-footer. It's done, does not fall. 2:20 to go. And shot was no good. Gilbertson with the rebound. Charlie Tripp, 3-pointer, no good. Wire with the rebound. Charlie had 27 points the last time these two teams met. It's not as high for the season, though. Charlie's high for the season is 36 against Finneytown. And broken up. Finally stolen away by Wire. Thompson with the drive, ball off the rim. Boy, they just cannot get a break down there. Shots are not bad. It's just, there's a steal though. Steal by Hausler. And Thompson could not control it, as we see Cameron Lackney coming into game number 10. He's a 5'10" sophomore. Also coming in the game is Ryan Matarese. He's a 6'2" sophomore. Both teams have subbed some here in this first quarter. We're approaching the 1-minute mark. Oh, Westmeyer Nice from Tripp into Westmeyer. Westmeyer now has 4 points. Hauser with the ball. Now over 3-point off the rim by Picklesheimer. And we got a travel on Taylor. Ryan Nolan, 6'1" senior in the game now for the Yellow Jackets. He's number 10. He replaces Hugh. 35 seconds to go here. Warriors with the ball. They've held the lead the whole game. Scored the first 11. Oh, there's into Westmeyer again. Trip to Westmeyer. That is a deadly combination right there for any opposing team. And the ball just slammed out of bounds. Almost got our cameraman down there on the floor. Hey, stick around here for this first quarter. Don't get up and do anything first quarter. We got something special we're going to do here during this at the end of this quarter. So Mariemont playing for the last shot here this quarter. Westmeyer out. Long three-pointer by Tripp off the rim. And we end the quarter at 15-3 in favor of the Warriors. I want to tell you, Coach James Holland of Taylor had an interesting day last Friday, February the 2nd. And his wife, Amy, is doing the book. She's sitting right next to me right now. She was the main person in this whole thing, though. So, last week, Amy Holland gave birth to a little boy at 9:30 on Friday morning. His name is, there's Amy next to me right there. She's doing the book for Taylor. So, and I tell you what, James, being the good coach he is, actually coached the Yellow Jackets that night. So, but hey, you can see right there, that little guy right there, there is Trey Holland. There is Trey Holland. He was born Friday, February the 2nd. So mom's looking at him here on our monitor. So very proud mama and dad. And he's got 2 siblings. That's her 3rd child. So congratulations to Coach Holland and Coach Holland. Coach Amy also coaches with the varsity girls there at Taylor. Busy day for the Holland family last week. And it's not his first basketball game. His first basketball game was last night. So Taylor girls game. So it's his first guys game here. So Bill Bretz, glad you joined us here in ICRC. As Westmeyer had looked to be an easy basket, but did not fall. Taylor with the ball. Mariemont with the 12-point lead. And there's a three-pointer. That's by Hauser. That's Jacob's first points of the game. Hauser, 34% three-point shooter. It's only taken a couple of shots really in the whole game. And shot, that's a three-point attempt by Garrett. That's no good, but and rebounded by Picklesheimer. Picklesheimer's trying to go coast to coast. Little scoop shot, will it drop? No, Westmeyer with the rebound. Picklesheimer took a tumble to the floor, but he's back up down the other way. And that is stripped away by Mariemont and regained by Nolan, but they said Nolan traveled. Hall back in the ball game. Garrett takes a seat on the bench here for the Warriors. Hall now bringing the ball over the timeline. And that is Tripp in the paint, rolls off the rim. Rebound by Hausler. Hausler quickly up the floor here. Picklesheimer. And he is going to be fouled by Brad Westmeyer. That's going to be Westmeyer's first. We'll see this again. was kind of out of position right there. But that's going to put Picklesheimer at the foul line. He is a 75% foul shooter. And new player for Taylor. Number 35, Jamarian Jones. He's only a freshman. He's in the game now for the Yellow Jackets, and back in the game is Jake Hughes. Second shot by Picklesheimer is good. He's 2 for 2. Now the Yellow Jackets are 5 for 6 from the line. They have 8 points. The other point on a three-pointer by Hausler. Mattery's back out to Tripp. Tripp, drive. Short shot, no good. Quickly the other direction, Yellow Jackets. Wire with the ball. Wire, the baseline, off the side of the backboard, and he and Westmeyer both tumbled to the floor. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Bennett Wire. That is the first foul for the Yellow Jackets. So they're saying Westmeyer had position on that, so he took the charge. Long shot, and that is good by Lackney. He's got a three-pointer. The other night we saw him hit 3 of them against Reading. Hume back in the ball game. And underneath, stolen away by the Warriors. Back the other direction here. Slows it down. Now, the three-point attempt by Hall, no good. Wire over the Picklesheimer. This is a 5'8" junior. Okay, oh, nice cut into the paint, and basket by Jake Hughes. Nice job on the offensive time. That, and in and out for Lackney on the three-point attempt. And they're going to call a reach-in foul. Reach-in fouls on Hart, and now will be his second. Let's see if Coach Leon takes him out of the game. He's coming out. That is the 5th foul for the Warriors. Nolan Hergis is in the game. Nolan, a 5'7" senior. Nolan's dad is Larry Hergis, the athletic director at Taylor High School. We've seen Larry up in the stands here tonight. Long three-pointer, and that is good by Kane Hume. He's got his first points of the game, and then all of a sudden it's a 5-point game. Mariemont had an 11-0 lead at the beginning of the game, and then since that time, Taylor's outscored him 13-7. Hall tried to drive. And it's stolen away by the Yellow Jackets. Kane Hume. Hume tries to dishes it off to Hughes. Hughes could not control it. And Jim Leon's going to call a 30-second timeout here for the Mariemont Warriors with 3:33 to go here in the first quarter. Taylor struggled in the last few years. The last 10 years, the Yellow Jackets have not had a winning record in basketball. The most wins they've had in this last 10 years. 2 times they had 9 wins during the regular season. But you have to go back a little bit. In the CHL, they were champs in 90, 91, and 92. They had a run of 3 league championships in a row. They are coming out with Hausler, who was first team All-CHL last year as a junior. Hall bringing the ball up the floor now for the Warriors. Tripp into Westmeyer. Boy, that's been a combination tonight. That's 3 times Charlie Tripp has had an assist in the Brad Westmeyer. Charlie Tripp picks up his second foul. Let's see if he's looking over the bench right now. He's going to stay in the ball game. 3:13 to go, so Tripp has 2 fouls. Harden has 2 fouls. That's 6 now for the Warriors. Hausler, Burgess being guarded by Hall, and they're saying it's out on Burgess, so Hall. Good defense by Andrew Hall. Westmeyer triggering into Hall. There is Tripp into Westmeyer. This time Westmeyer is covered underneath. 3-point kicked out by Lackney. That's no good. He's 1 for 3 from the 3-point arc. Wire. Guarded by Lackney. Baseline drive by Hausler and just off the rim, and Hausler with the rebound. Knock out the Wire. And shot's no good. The whistle was before the shot. We have Burgess went to the floor. Well, the foul is on Anthony Garrett. And that's going to put, you're going to see it right now. Looks like he was trying on a cut, trying to get by him, but knocked him down. So Burgess with the opportunity, 1 for 1, and he misses the front end. But offensive rebound by the Warriors, so they get the ball back again. It's twice they've done that on foul shots. 3-point attempt, no good by Wire. Fouls on Jake Hughes. That's the first foul on Hughes for Yellow Jackets. That's the second one on for Taylor. So right about the 2-minute mark here to go here in the first half. Mariemont with the ball and with the 7-point lead. Low scoring quarter so far, and Taylor is winning this quarter. Tripp. And they wanted, the Yellow Jacket bench wanted an offensive foul on that. And it's going to be a jump ball. And they're still debating it over here, Coach Holland. But Taylor has the ball anyway. So 1:30 to go here in the first half. Taylor with the ball. They're only down 7. There's the freshman. He misses it right there. Jamarian Jones back in the ball game for the Warriors. Missed a shot. Westmeyer. Oh, what a drive by Brad Westmeyer. He's in double figures right now with 10. He's got all his baskets easy tonight. He's had all of them been layups tonight. 3 of them have been assists from Charlie Tripp. 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Shot up and good. That's going to be a 2-pointer by Wire. That's his first basket, his 5th point. 7-point lead again. And there's Westmeyer again with a flying drive, but that time it was altered there by the defensive Taylor. Wire. Looks like Taylor's going to play for 1. Wire directing the offense. Coach Holland directing it from the bench. And they're saying that Wire traveled. Wow, 4.3 seconds ago. He traveled. Garrett back in the ball game for the Warriors. Harden takes a seat on the bench here this last 4 seconds. And there's ball is over the time lane. There is 3-point. It's going to count if it goes. 3-point attempt by Anthony Garrett right at the buzzer. It does not fall, but Mariemont goes to the locker room here with a 22-15 lead at the half. We'll be back for second half action in just a moment. Don't go away. And back here at Mariemont High School, where the Warriors have a 22-15 lead at halftime for the Yellow Jackets. Caden Hume, 3 points. Jacob Hausler has 3 points. Jake Hughes has 2 points. Bennett Wire has 5 points. Lucas Pickelsheimer has a couple of foul shots. For the Warriors, Cole Harden has 4. Charlie Tripp has a 3-pointer. Lackney, a 3-pointer off the bench. Cameron Lackney, Andrew Hall, 2. But Brad Westmeyer, he's been the guy. He has 10 points. 3 of those 3 of those baskets were feeds from Charlie Tripp. So that's where the Warriors are up 22-15 at halftime. Well, joining me next to me right now is the man here, the best athletic director this town has.
I am today.
So Tom Nurl. So Tom, welcome on board. It's big night. It's always big night for senior night.
It is.
Kind of a mixed emotional thing for these kids. Their last game here in the gym.
It is. And, sometimes it's senior night a little bit earlier, but this is the last home game for the boys and the cheerleaders as well. And our student section has come out and to back them for tonight. We have a little post-game ceremony that we do with them, and always a little special night here in Mariemont.
The Warriors have the ball to begin this second half with a 7-point lead. They started off this game 11-0 run, but since that time, they've been actually outscored by the Yellow Jackets. And I think the foul is on Charlie Tripp. That is his 3rd foul. He picks up one quickly in the first 13 seconds here. He's going to stay in the game. Hausler. And that was almost stolen by Tripp and is stolen by a great
Anthony
feed from Garrett into
nice feed.
Charlie Tripp. Well, Charlie Tripp was dealing off the assist in the first half. Now he gets the bonus one. You know, against the Reading game, he had a slow first half against the Blue Devils. He only had 4 points, and then he came out and actually scored 23 points in the game.
That's 4 on Tripp.
And he's going to come out of the game, though. So Charlie Tripp out of the game. He just picked up an offensive foul. It's his 4th foul. Interesting. This could level the playing field a little bit here.
A little bit. Junior Cam Lackney coming in for him. Cam had a couple threes there, I believe, in the first half.
Yep, Lackney did all right against Reading on the other night. He had 3 threes. And that is broken up by the Warriors. Back the other direction comes Lackney. And now 3-point attempt off the rim by Hall. Gets the rebound, though, races into the lane, rolls it off. I'll tell you, this is a quick team. Westmeyer is very fast. We're going to be running those playback times at the end of this quarter. You're going to get a pencil and paper ready for you. We'll also be telling you about our crew here tonight at Mariemont. So that'll be the end of this quarter. 6:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Westmeyer got it. Well, he's been hot tonight. He had 12, had 17 the other night against Reading. He's 18's his best of the season.
17 was kind of a quiet 17 the other night.
Yes, it was.
Up and all of a sudden he had them all.
Emery. Hume. And that's stripped away by Andrew. And no good. Garrett with the ball. Westmeyer drive, takes a 5-footer off the rim, gets his offensive rebound, but loses it, still has it. What hustle by him underneath, but it's going to go the other direction. On the floor, he's trying to knock it away. So right now, you're going to have Tyler Emery triggering in now for the Yellow Jackets. Back over the Hume. In the wire and blocked by Westmeyer. That's about his 3rd block tonight. 3-pointer and drains it. That's Anthony Garrett's 1st points of the night.
Timeout, Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a full timeout.
Yeah, he's going to James Holland's going to call a full timeout here. James Holland was said he's 2 years over at Taylor. He was the head coach at West High for a couple years, and then he was assistant at West High for 7 years. He did spend 1 year at Newport as an assistant coach. 2013.
He has them playing hard. They come out, they hustle, they get up and down. He really does a nice job with his team.
They do, and you know, they haven't had the success over there over the years. As they said, the last 10 years they have not had a winning record. 9 wins have been their most wins. But you know, if you're going to build a program, you have to build from the bottom up. And so his
JV team's very tall. He's a very tall JV.
Yeah. They do lack some height right there. On the other side, Mariemont's trying for his second straight year of winning record. They're 9-9 now. They were 16-7 last year.
Lost a lot of seniors off that team last year.
Of course, Jim Leon, second year. Been coach for 30 years. Head coach for 21 years. Back in 1988, he led the Woodward Bulldogs to a state championship. Then shortly after, he hired this young coach by the name of Mick Cronin.
Yes, he did.
Mick's first coaching job was at Woodward. Still communicates with Mick on a weekly basis.
He had a heck of a coaching staff. He had Pete Rose Jr., I believe, as his freshman coach over at Woodward.
Wow. He's coached at Clark and coached at St. Ursula. Has a 64% winning percentage as a coach. And there is Westmeyer again, point number 14 for him. Back up to a 16-point lead now. That's the largest lead so far for the Warriors. Simon back in the ball game here for. And there's trying to get a tie up underneath there, but wasn't called.
Wow.
But instead, a three-pointer, and I think that was Hauser, number 2. Jacob has 2 baskets, both of them from the three-point arc. He averages just around 15-6 a game. He's a senior. Lackney, drive in the paint, off the rim, batted up, possession by Wire. Comes the other direction. Pickle-Signer, he tries to hand it off to Hughes, and Hughes couldn't hold on to it. So 3:57 to go here in the third quarter. Once again, we'll be running back to playback times for this game at the end of this quarter. So get pencil and paper ready. You want to know when they are. We'll be telling you about our crew out here too. Of course, our main man, Dean Lowry, becoming a king of Mariemont basketball over here.
He's been here a lot.
Yes, he has. A little turnaround shot by Garrett does not fall. Hauser back the other direction. He's going to go to the foul line. Foul is on Andrew Hall. That's second. That's Dean's third. You can see this on the replay. There's to reach him right there by Hall. And that shot is good by Hauser. Hauser is 74% foul shooter. And this is that one. The Yellow Jackets are 6 for 8 from the line tonight. Score stands at 31-19. That's a familiar score. A couple weeks ago, halftime Deer Park game.
Yep.
The infamous third quarter of that game. And there's, nice job by Hall to hold on to it. Ball thrown up by Cole Harden. And Hauser takes up. Hits the floor. And Hauser gets the worst of it and gets the foul. He was not set. I think they wanted to charge, but Harden, a 40% foul shooter. Cole got that one. He has 5.
He's really caught fire the last 2 weeks with the way he opened up the Reading game last week, and then tonight with a couple buckets early on.
Rolls off the rim. It's a 13-point lead, though, for the Warriors. Under 3 minutes to go now here in the third quarter. there. And shot was no good. Oh, offensive rebound though by Hughes, but couldn't get it to fall. Garrett with the ball. Garrett running that offense. Westmeyer kicks it back out to Hall. Hall three-pointer from the baseline, no good. Hausler with the rebound. Wire kicks it over the Picklesheimer. Wire 12-footer off the rim. Hall back the other direction quickly. Lightning. Warriors slowing it up a little bit. I think they're trying to look for a cutter underneath the basket. We're going to get a lot of their baskets that way. .128 to go. Warriors very patient with that 13-point lead. And shot off the rim, no good by Harden. Taylor back the other direction now. Hausler off the rim. Ball with the rebound. All content to run that offense, not being really challenged right now, so. Westmeyer turnaround, baseline, no good. Wire back the other direction. Now, in case you don't know what we're talking about by the infamous third quarter, we'll tell you about that here in a minute. So, the quarter that's been talked about on radio.
Thanks to Mr. Cunningham, it's going to be more and more famous.
Give you a little publicity.
Yeah,
there.
did a little chat with him.
Against Deer Park, Mariemont came out in the third quarter with the ball. Deer Park was in a zone, did not come out of the zone, so Mariemont held on to the ball the whole quarter. Tried a shot with 10 seconds go, didn't fall. If you look on the score book, 0-0 in that third quarter.
You know what? We're down 13 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, yeah. And we lost by 30. Right?
Work the game plan.
There's the top of the key three-pointer, no good. And Hausler with a long pass, and not a bad attempt right there. It is 32-19 at the end of this quarter. Let's go with the playback times. They're going to come up on your, if you stare at your TV long enough, they're going to come up there. You're getting it. I'm going to get the, there they are. There's your playback times. Thursday the 8th at 4:30, the 9th at 8 p.m., Saturday the 10th. 10 o'clock a.m. you can have brunch from Tom and I, okay? And Sunday the 11th at 4 p.m. And that's on Spectrum and on Cincinnati Bell 5 Optics. And of course, we live stream these games on the internet, so you go to ICRC-TV.com and see when that is. Our camera operators tonight, Josh Montgomery, Drew Lowry, Kelly Lowry. So Dean Lowry is your producer. What's that? Dean is talking to me, and he says that's his dad and his brother. So
little family night action.
He gets the boss's dad around, which is pretty good. So Dean Lowry, our producer, director, technical director, replay, graphics, and drives the truck and sets up everything. And I tell you what, you got to appreciate what these ICRC people do. Of course, Dean's the paid guy, but all the rest of these guys are volunteers, and they do a great job. And without them out there tonight, we'd just be talking to ourselves.
Yeah, they're on site about 3:15 on game day, and for a 7:30 broadcast. They'll clean up afterwards. So they're out here about 10:30. That's about a 7-hour day for them. They do a great job. It's fun for the kids and families to watch. They do a great job.
Absolutely. And, of course, we've expanded out. I mean, it used to be, of course, ICRC Communities. is when this game is mainly for. But now with Cincinnati Bell, you can see if anybody has Cincinnati Bell. I know that Taylor, Coach Holland says he has Cincinnati Bell, so he'll get to see the game. And of course, we stream them on live on the internet, so you can also see the playbacks of those games too. So make it easy for you here. Warriors trying to get to 10-9 on the season. Yeah, and it's interesting that Jim Leon said that he'd really like to get this win in here tonight because the voting starts for the boys sectional.
Get that last
winning
win
record
on the records. That's right.
Yeah, so and it kind of looks big on the record. So they will vote this week. Of course, the girls already are in the books. This last week was their meeting. This coming Sunday will be the boys' meeting. So. Yeah, it's Wire with his second basket of the game, his 7th point of the game now. Back to 11-point lead now. And that's a shot was taken. I thought he was going to throw it out of bounds, but I didn't see Lackney back there in the corner there. But
he's hiding over behind Coach Leon.
Back into the ball game is Cole Harden. So Harden, Garrett, Hall, Westmeyer, Tripp out on the floor here for the Warriors. Simer. There's the freshman again in the game here with Jamarian Jones. Hall almost stripped that away, but good job for Wire holding on to it. Picklesheimer with the shot. Tipped away, though, by Jones.
Wow,
oh, what
a play by Westmeyer.
Oh, my gosh. He's putting on a show tonight. Senior night. He's going to make it a big-time senior night for him. 16 points, 2 off of his season high. And here's the shot again. Look at this little acrobatic shot. Little tip, got it up and in. I guess we give Mr. Garrett an assist on that one. Meanwhile, the foul was on Westmeyer. It's his second.
Westmeyer broke a bone in his hand back around the Christmas holidays and was told pretty much he could play whatever pain he could endure. So it looks like that bone's starting to heal up because the last couple of games, starting with the Indian Hill game, he's really put on some performances for us.
Oh, Hume missed the first one, got the second one. For Hume, he has 4 points. We were talking earlier, Tom, that Cade Hume had 22 points his season high against Mariemont the last time these two teams played, but he's been fairly quiet tonight with only 4 points. Westmeyer in the paint, rolls in, tied his season high with 18. It's 35 points for Mr. Westmeyer in the last 2 games. In the paint, shot no good by Hausler. He's going to go foul line though. That's Cole Harden, that's his 3rd, and that's the team's 5th. Taylor only has 1 foul this half. Hausler, 74% foul shooter, 1 for 2 tonight. Get that 2 for 3. He's below his average right now. Hughes back in the ball game for the Yellow Jackets. Hausler's second attempt. Got it. 3 for 4 from the line. That's 9 points. Paul. Harden. And that's Garrett with the 3-point attempt. Harden with the offensive rebound. I talked to Jim Leon before the Reading game last week, and he had some concerns about Warriors rebounding. And they were out rebounded in the game against Taylor, I noticed. But I think they've been doing a better job here in the last couple weeks. They had, especially on offensive board.
Yeah, the guys are attacking the rim more on the long shots, getting underneath it. The running game, this game especially, they know they have to do that going down the line here to get a couple wins in the tournament.
Westmeyer with the block on Jones. Tripp back the other direction. Offensive rebound, Harden back and will not go in. Still, though, Charlie Tripp underneath, and Tripp gets the basket. So we talked about that, fighting in that offensive board. It makes it, it pays dividends for you.
Well, they're also getting a lot more shots from underneath, too, instead of just sitting on the perimeter and firing away. They've been working it in a little bit better.
Oh, how about that? Jamarian Jones, a freshman, gets a basket. Westmeyer with his third foul. That's a sixth foul for Mariemont. That puts the freshman at the line. Now he was not on the original roster here tonight. I know he was added, so I'm not sure if this is really his first varsity game. It might have been his first varsity points right there. Good old-fashioned three-point way.
I think he got popped in the nose. He might have.
Yeah, he's going to come out of the game. Well, he makes some points, gets a little beat up. Simon back in for him.
32, Brett Gilbertson came in for the Warriors during the last timeout, or during that last break in the action. Last week, Brett earned his Eagle Scout badge.
Oh, that's
with
great.
his troop over here in Mariemont.
That's great. Charlie Tripp, long three-pointer off the rim. Hausler can't hang on to it. Charlie Tripp in the paint, off the rim again.
Gibby with his third board and a basket. On senior night.
Wow.
Eagle Scout 1 week, basket the next week.
You can't write a script any better than that. And this, he got the biggest ovation on the starting lineup.
He had a pretty good cheering section up there tonight.
Meanwhile, Cade Hume comes back with a three-pointer, and we're going to see the last couple baskets right here. There's Brett with his basket. And back the other direction comes, I think it was Kane Hume right there. So. All right. Well, Tom has to leave us now. Are you working tonight?
I have to do a little bit of work. I've got my A team, Don Books and Debbie Keefe, covering the shop. But we got a few post-game activities for our seniors. We introduce our seniors, and they thank their parents and everything else on a live mic. So kind of a special night. So we got a few things to set up. But thanks for coming out. Thanks to the ICR team and all you guys do. It's been a great season.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck to you. And as I said earlier, enjoy your day off tomorrow.
It's not there yet. Don't count them before they hatch.
Okay. Thanks, Tom. Oh, rolls in Cole Harden with the basket. So Cole Harden with the basket, and 42-30 here, 2:53 to go. And shot by Hausler. Hausler now is in double figures. Gilbertson again. Brett Gilbertson with another basket. That's 4 points for him. Big senior night for him. That's the foul was on Tyler Emery. Jacob Hausler almost joined our crew here tonight. So if you saw that, that was an interesting save. In front of us here, Westmeyer triggering in. And that's going to be an over or back. Taylor, Jones coming back in the ball game along with Picklesheimer. Emery a seat on the bench. Two minutes to go. Jones, and gets the basket in. So Marion Jones has 5 points in this quarter. There's a try by Hall all the way, but does not fall. Wire, and Wire could not hang on to it, almost ran into his coach. As we see Emery and Hughes back in the ball game. Picklesheimer and Jones is seated on the bench. Cameron Lackney. Lackney, a 5'10 sophomore in the game for Mariemont. Garrett. 1:30 to go. 10-point lead now for the Warriors. Westmeyer, whoa, did not. Well, he's tied his season high. Tried to break it on that baseline drive. 1:20 to go. Wire, that is the Wire hit the floor hard and he's still down. The foul was on Lackney. We'll see this again. Lackney fouled first. You see Westmeyer in there knocking the ball away, but Lackney was the first to foul. And Wire is up and he's walking. And he's going to stay on the floor there to take the foul shots. He makes it. So Bennett Wire is 4 for 5 from the foul line tonight. He has 8 points. Marion Jones back in the ball game for the Yellow Jackets. And makes them both. 67% foul shooter, having a nice night at the line. Charlie Tripp. Tripp been quiet point-wise, but he's done some other things, including some great assists here tonight, especially the Brad Westmeyer. $50 seconds to go. Foul on Jamarian Jones. Gets the foul. That's only the third foul for the Yellow Jackets in this half. Jacob Hausler picks up his second foul, and that's the fourth foul. And coming in the game here is Jake Swigert, a freshman, number 14. Jared Walpole, a 5'10 junior, number 15. Warriors now getting the ball in, 47.8 seconds to go in this contest. They're trying to get to above the 500 mark. Swigert picks up the foul, his first. It's a fifth foul, so they got one more of the waist before Mariemont goes to the line, and there's your one more right there. Hauser, it's his third foul. And Jake Hughes with the foul, and very quickly they go from about 2 fouls in about 10 seconds to 7 fouls, and now they're going to be shooting. I put Westmeyer at the line as Picklesheimer, Hume, Wire back in the ball game here for the Warriors, or for the Yellow Jackets. Brad Westmeyer, he had a great foul shooting game the other night against Reading. 7 for 8 from the foul line. And does not get that. Jinxed him. And Jones, great save down there for Jones. Hausler kicks it back out. Three-pointer off the rim. No good by Hume. Picklesheimer with the foul. It's the 8th foul now for Mariemont, or for Taylor. 26.4 seconds to go. It's an 8-point ball game. Cage McClure, a 6-foot junior, in seeing his first action in the game. Andrew Hall back in the game now for Mariemont. And that was the foul shot by Tripp Short. He's an 85% foul shooter. It's a rare miss for him. And that should about do it. 18 seconds to go. Tripp is fouled by Picklesheimer. That'll be the 9th on the Yellow Jackets. Jacob Doherty is number 15, 6'4" junior. Coming in, and Cole Harden, a senior, takes a seat on the bench. He scored 7 points in this game tonight. And the 85% foul shooter just missed his second one there. Nevertheless, though, the Warriors are going to come out with a win here tonight. After a 3-game skid, they will now have won 2 in a row, both from ICRC games. Your final 44-36 in favor of the Warriors tonight on senior night. And what a senior night. Brad Westmeyer ties his season high with 18 points tonight. How about Brett Gilbertson? Doesn't get to see a whole lot of playing time. He had 4 points tonight. Garrett had 3 points. Andrew Hall had 2 points. Charlie Tripp, 7 points. That's one of his lowest, not his lowest of the season right now. And Cole Harden also was 7 points. So how about that? All the seniors scored tonight for Mariemont, and that was, matter of fact, all the scoring was done by the seniors. Now, well, I take it back. Cameron Lackney had a 3-pointer. So that was the only other non-senior point scored in the game tonight. So your final 44-36. I know that ICRC's got a big girls game coming up this coming Saturday. That's going to be Lakota West at Mason. That's going to be for the, essentially for the GMC title. That's going to be a good one. You can see all the action here of the games in ICRC. Just go to ICRC-TV.com. You see all those great people up there who man, Bill Bress guy is all right, but all the great people up there. And thank you, Tom Nurl. He always makes us feel welcome over here. Tom, we appreciate it very much. And Coach Holland, congratulations, both Coach Hollands. The other one's sitting next to me right now. Congratulations on the baby. Hope you get some sleep. 44-36 from Mariemont High School. This is Bill Bretz for the entire ICRC crew saying goodbye.